Hey guys, it's Lauren and welcome back to my channel for the love of. If you are joining me for the first time, I want to say welcome and thank you for taking the time to click on this video. And if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, welcome back. So you guys, today is going to be a little bit of a different video. No review or haul or anything like that. Today I'm going to be doing a candle, community / YouTube tag. So, oops. No, I don't want to update now, iPad. Today I'm going to be doing a tag video. So I want to say thank you to Kent from Tina Divalicious is his handle here on YouTube. 2 weeks ago, I think it was, about 2 weeks ago, he posted a video that was candle community tag / YouTube tag video. And I was watching it. I thought it was really cool. It's really interesting to see. I love these tag videos. I love watching tag videos and Q&A videos on other YouTubers, candle community people, everybody, because it's really interesting. It kind of gives you an idea of like their favorite things and you know why they do what they do. So I commented on his video. I said, really cool idea. He said, why don't you go ahead, and he's like, you can do the tag. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I will. So here we are. And if tag videos aren't your thing, I'll see you in the next review. But I thought this was pretty cool. So it is, and I don't know who originated the tag. I think he modified some of it to be candle community specific. The first portion of this is going to be all candle related, home fragrance related. Second portion is going to be YouTube related, which to me is still, which is so crazy because I do not think of myself as a YouTuber at all. I like candles. I'm a girl who likes candles and I post about them online. So, but that should be interesting. That'll be fun. So let's just, let's dive into it. First question is, how did you get into loving candles? And I have my iPad here, so if I keep looking down, that's why. And if I keep adjusting so my legs don't fall asleep, that's why also. How did you get into loving candles? I'm going to change that to how did you get into loving home fragrance? I would say ever since I was younger, my family growing up, my mom's super sensitive to fragrances. So no one in my family specifically like burned candles all the time. But my dad, from time to time, especially during holidays, would have like, you know, a balsam candle or something going. And he also loved the fragrance. He loved patchouli and like kind of like those more warm type scents, sandalwood, amber. And we used to have, I don't even know where he got this. I don't know where it's from. It's probably from, you know, the 60s or something like that. But it was like this little metal ring and you put it on a light bulb and you would put drops of oil in it, essential oil, fragrance oil, whatever, and it would heat up and fragrance the room. That was my first experience of anything home fragrance wise. And I always thought it was the coolest thing. I was like, what is this ring on the light bulb? And he said, you put fragrance oil in it, warms up and scents the room. So I thought that was so cool. That was kind of my first experience with home fragrance. As I got older, I remember really thinking that candles were super cool when I visited White Barn for probably the first time. This is when White Barn was its own thing, its own entity before Bath & Body Works kind of came along. And I remember, God, this was probably in the late 90s. And I remember going into White Barn with my mom and just being kind of in awe at like all the beautiful vessels that home fragrance came in. I remember purchasing a candle. It was like a mason jar candle and it had like this lift up lid. It was a gel candle, for those of you who remember gel candles. That was a thing. And it was a lemon and it had like lemon gel wedges in it. I wound up buying it as a gift for my grandmother and she never burned it. She was very sensitive to scent, but it was a really beautiful piece of decor. So I feel like that's kind of where she would always have it out, kind of like as a decor piece. And I think that's kind of where I started equating like home fragrance and decor and the aesthetic of it together. So that's why I love home fragrance. And there are certain scents to me that just remind me of like comfort, relaxation. I also loved the store Illuminations. Back in the day, it was very dark in there and they had all just candles, like by candlelight. It was beautiful. I always loved going into that store as well. And I really, really got into home fragrance and candles and started loving them. Probably right out of college when I got my own home and, apartments and things like that down the road. I would always use like the plugins and things like that. And it wasn't till maybe like 6 years ago or so where I discovered that Bath and Body Works and Yankee had like these coordinating, fragrances. You could get the room spray and the candle and stuff, because I always had a hard time matching like my little Glade plugins to like whatever random candle I was burning. So I would say maybe in the past 6 years or so is when I really got into the coordination of it. So let's dive into the second question. Favorite candle brand? Question 2. The two obvious ones come to mind. Obviously, Yankee and Bath and Body Works are the two largest candle brands, at least mass consumer brands out there. I would say if I had to choose one, I'll give positives of both. I think Yankee has a wonderful fragrance library. They've been around forever. They obviously have had some changes and stuff over the years. But I say if I had to choose one right now to purchase a candle from, and I had to pick one of the two, I would choose Bath and Body Works / White Barn, just simply because I know that the product I'm going to be getting is going to throw. It may burn out quickly. It may have some issues halfway, but I know that when I light it up, it's going to throw. With Yankee, sometimes I'll get them and they don't throw. When you find a good one, you find a good one. But if Yankee could nail down that fragrance thing more consistently, it'd be a toss-up. But right now, I would have to say Bath and Body Works / White Barn for sure. Favorite candle, number 3. Favorite candle of all time. So when I think of that, I think of if you had one candle to burn, what would you go with? What candle would you choose? I would say my favorite one, or if I had to just burn one consistently forever, I would probably go with, oh, that's a tough one, because I would say my favorite type of candle is like a body care, like a comforting type fragrance, kind of like that almond one I just posted about, or like a sandalwood or something like that, kind of an everyday type thing, more of a genre, I guess. But I would say the one candle that I really, really wish they would bring back is Raspberry Peach Macaron, just because it's a beautiful scent. I think it'd be great for upcoming spring. Gosh, that's a tough one though, because my all-time favorite is Paris, which is Lavender Macaron. That's a tough one. I'd probably, if I had to pick one, it'd be Paris Lavender Macaron, just because it has that beautiful kind of like herbaceous lavender and that really pretty vanilla. Lavender Macaron / Paris / Lavender Marshmallow. Probably my all-time favorite. What is your favorite? Okay, so this is similar. What is your favorite scent category? Number 4, favorite scent category. Fruity, floral, fresh, etc. I would say and I'm a seasonal burner, so I do alternate just because it's nice to switch it up and I don't want to get tired of the same thing and it's fun to try new scents. But I would say if I had to choose one category to kind of fragrance my home forever, and stick with just one, it would kind of be that body care-esque, maybe, I don't want to say perfumey, but just kind of warm type fragrance. So body care type fragrances. So say like, think amber, maybe a light sandalwood, even like a little bit of a herbaceous lavender, just a very kind of warm, calming, kind of cozy fragrance. I can't think of another way to describe it because it's not really fresh. It's not really floral or gourmand or fruity. If you guys have a better word for that other than just body care, comment down below. Number 5, what candle is on your to try list or to purchase list? I can't think of one in specific that's like a fragrance that I've just been itching to try. There are a lot of brands that I have not quite pulled the trigger on. There are fragrances right now that are out that I haven't purchased yet. Homeworks has their Almond Blossom out. To me, since I love almond fragrances and those warm type fragrances, that one's definitely one on my to try list. I would say there's a long list of candle companies. I've wanted to try a Jo Malone candle for a long time. I have not purchased one because they're like $80 and up. So You know, it's hard to just buy that, and what if you don't like it? You know, you can't just return it. So I would say Jo Malone is on my list. Goose Creek is another candle company that I have been wanting to try for quite some time. I'm always eyeballing their stuff online. Swan Creek, I've been wanting to try their drizzle wax melts for quite a long time. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's tough when you buy online and you can't smell them in store. And some of those brands just don't have the large amount of reviews that are up, like Bath & Body Works and Yankee and even Homeworks and Kringle. They just don't have the reviews up, so it's tough to gauge with some of these fragrances. So I would say Jo Malone is definitely a brand I want to try. Goose Creek, Swan Creek. I've tried Homeworks very, very, very briefly. I've done one order for them. So down the road, maybe Homeworks, I might try them again. We'll see. Let's see. Number 6, moving on. What scent do you have the most of? I don't know if that means what candles I have like the most backups of or anything like that. I have a lot of candles in storage. My storage unit is not specifically for candles. I wound up moving back to Michigan, so I still have stuff in storage. So it's not just for candles. Just want to clarify that. I would say I have a lot of backups of like lemon type scents. I love lemon fragrances for the summer. So I have some of the Sweet Shop candles from last Christmas from Bath & Body Works in there. But I would say the one that I have the most of is Lavender Macaron, Paris Lavender Macaron, Vanilla Marshmallow. I have a couple marshmallows, lavender marshmallows as kind of backup / no burns. Other than that, I would say I'm not one to just, when there's a fragrance I really, really like, I don't hoard a ton of them. I probably should, because sometimes they don't come back and then, you don't have them. I have not been collecting my candles as much as I have in the past. For me, when I collect a candle, I'll buy it. If it's like a unique, different candle, kind of like that tomato vine that came out like several years back from Bath & Body Works, like I have one. I didn't really like the scent. It was different. I burned it once just to try it, and like I kept it because it's like a cool candle. Or like French Baguette, like the Slatkin French Baguette from a long, long time ago. I have one of those. It's unburned. It's just kind of a cool candle. So for me, when I collect candles, they're not necessarily ones that I'm hoarding just because I really like the scent. I really kind of gravitate towards keeping my no burn candles as like just interesting fragrances, like even lavender coconut. I think I have a couple of those, just kind of things, ones that I find interesting, I guess. There's not one that I just have a ton like stockpiled of though. I really try now, the ones that I get, I burn them, I guess, so to speak. All right, moving on here. Number 7, biggest candle purchase regret. I don't say that, I don't think I have like a regret where there was a purchase where I go, oh man, I'm really bummed I sunk that much money into it. I would say the biggest, and it's not even really a regret, it's something that I just simply haven't had time to do. I, for a little brief while, was making my own wax tarts. Wax melts, just because I was going through them so quickly. And I bought a bunch of bulk wax and fragrance oils, and I was kind of testing them out and doing different shapes and stuff. In the past, I would do handmade soaps, and I used to sell them like on Etsy and eBay and stuff years ago. So I thought, why don't I do the same thing with soaps, or not soaps, with wax tarts. So I did do a very large order from the website that I use is apothecary.com. They have like wholesale home fragrance items. I got this really decently grade Parasoy blend wax. And I just haven't got around to making as many as I wanted to. So this isn't really like a specific brand, but I kind of wish I wouldn't have bought so many supplies for that, just simply because I haven't had time to do it. So it's not a certain brand or anything like that. I would say there have been candles I'm disappointed in, but it didn't hit my wallet to where I was just really super disappointed that I did that. I bought a Village candle from TJ Maxx once for like $9 and it didn't throw. I was kind of bummed about that. My Homeworks purchase, I bought the 3-piece truffle collection and only one of them through of the 3. That was on sale. It was originally $50. I got it, I think, for it was free shipping. It was like $30, so still like $10 a piece. That kind of stings, but I wouldn't say it's like plagued my life with regret. I don't think that question meant that anyways, but moving on. Number 8, what do your friends and family think about your candle obsession? I would say friends, I would say all my friends know that I do my YouTube channel. Some of them follow me on Instagram and they see my posts. So they all know about it. I think they get it. It's not something like we talk about all the time. I think they think it's a cool thing. None of them are like way into candles. So it's kind of cool that this can be my outlet, because I don't think any of them would want to go to Bath & Body Works for like an hour and a half and just sniff candles. So they get it. It's fun. It's cool. My coworkers, not everybody knows. Right now with my current position I'm in right now, no one knows that I do YouTube. But in my previous position, my coworkers that did know about it were super supportive, and they're so sweet. And a lot of them followed me, and, you know, I would get people, sometimes even like our clients, you know, asking, you know, oh, did you post a new video? So that was really cool. I think you really got to be a candle lover, home fragrance lover to really appreciate it. I think people get it. And as far as my family, they think it's really cool. Again, I think people don't quite get it. You know, I get, you know, the comment, you know, how many candles does one need, you know? And it's not that I necessarily like hoard them, or anything like that. It's almost like with any other hobby, you know. Does someone who's passionate about, you know, football or golf, you know, watch ESPN and have the premium, you know, cable package because they want to watch sports? Yeah, so for me, instead of doing that, you know, I do candles. So I think everyone has a hobby, and mine just happens to be reviewing candles. I already loved candles anyways, and it was kind of suggested to me to do a YouTube channel. So the passion and like love of it was already there. So that's kind of why I wound up doing it. So anyways, that's kind of going into another question. All right, number 9, if you were the CEO of a major brand, what would you do first and why? So major brand, or major candle company, I'm just going to go over the top 2. We automatically think Yankee and Bath & Body Works, right? That's probably what you're thinking right now. Bath & Body Works, I would say, you know, just continue doing what you're doing. I know it's hard to kind of please everybody. I would say to continue to improve upon, I know for a while there, they were touting like 3 or 4 different types of wicks that they use. You know, I know probably R&D is super expensive, and it's tough to nail down the specifics for how each fragrance is going to perform with which wick. But if they could get it to where you could consistently burn a candle without it kind of getting murky halfway through. I don't know the science behind it. Maybe with something burning that hot and that quick with 3 wicks in smooth wax, maybe that's just not realistic. But, you know, the performance at the halfway point, you know, the scents kind of get murky. That's really my only complaint with Bath & Body Works. Or that's the one thing I would maybe change, is kind of research more into that. And for Yankee, I would say they have the potential is there. It's been there. They have this amazing variety of fragrances, and sometimes to me their fragrances can be a little more authentic. You get the longevity out of the candles, but a lot of consumers are exiting simply because of the throw. So I would have to say, I'm sure they know about it. I would hope that they would want to cater to their, you know, their customer. But if I was CEO or, you know, in charge of that, again, I don't know the mechanics. I hate speaking on stuff like this because I just don't have the knowledge of running a massive, you know, Fortune 500 company, or Fortune 300. I don't know. Newell Brands is probably a Fortune 500 company. Regardless, improving the throw of the candles from Yankee. They've nailed down the wax melts. We can all agree their wax melts are phenomenal. I love their melt cups and their tarts. They throw. So it's just kind of improving the performance of the wax is there. It's got to be the wicks in the burn on the candles. That's all there is to it. All right, moving on. Number 10, if you could have one candle scent return from any company, what would it be? I talked about this earlier. Raspberry, peach, macaron. It was Sweet Shop last holiday season from Bath & Body Works. Amazing scent. I love it. And if they could make lavender macaron like part of White Barn Core, that would be great. if they could also have Pink Petal Tea Cake, I know it's back now, if they could extend it to like wallflower plugs and soap and room sprays, everything else. I think if they made it into a body care, people would buy it. They already have like the aromatherapy Love Rose Vanilla. I feel like if they made Pink Petal Tea Cake, they already do like marshmallow pumpkin latte, so they already have like bakery type body care. They could definitely do body care in that. But side note, those would be the three. It would definitely be raspberry peach macaron, and then just keep lavender macaron and Pink Petal Tea Cake around forever. All right, number 11. If you could eliminate or discontinue any scent from any company, what would it be? I don't think I would eliminate any scent. I mean, there are ones I would want to bring back, but I think scent is such a unique thing that I can't, who am I to say what fragrances? I've never been one, I really have to dislike a candle to really be like, oh, that's disgusting. How could you not like that fragrance? I think most any candle can be pleasant to the right person, or, you know, scent is such a subjective thing, right? Fragrances remind us of different times, and some people like certain scents and some don't. I would say the one that I don't like, and they're never going to take it away, I've never been a fan of mahogany teakwood. It's just too strong. I like the idea of it. It's a very warm fragrance, and I like warmer fragrances. It's just too much. So, I mean, if I had to pick one, it'd probably be mahogany teakwood. But I can see why they keep it. It's a strong, decent scent. It's just too much for me. 12. What YouTubers do you enjoy watching most? This is under the candle one. I don't know if this is transferred over to home fragrance community or not, but I'll answer them all here. So I watch a lot of YouTube. I love YouTube, and I watch the gamut. I mean, it's broad stretching. So I kind of jotted down on here for like candle and home fragrance. The top people, not top, just the ones that I've watched the most and over the years that have kind of made me want to start doing candle reviews. Obviously Kent, Tina Divalicious, the one who originally did this tag. Candle Cafe, Anthony. I watched him and Tina Divalicious before I started my channel, of course. Bren, I would always watch Bren's reviews for her candles. She does a lot of Bath & Body Works reviews. Myra and Kyla, I watch them quite a bit. Sean, of course, at Hearth and Soul, he was one of the other candle reviewers I watched before I even started doing reviews. And then, of course, AZ for Angela. She has her Notorious video. I love her vlog. She doesn't just do candles. She does like hauls and all kinds of stuff. She's great. Brad and Brett, which is two gay dads. They kind of do candle reviews and stuff like that. From like the candle community, review community, those are the ones I probably watch the most. There are a lot of others. I would say YouTube in general. I mean, Shane Dawson, he just put out that phenomenal documentary. It's really cool to see like the evolution of his channel. PewDiePie. I love PewDiePie. He's funny. He's hilarious. He's a smart guy. He's kind of witty. Kind of says it like it is. And who else do I watch? Gosh, even like the drama community, Rich Lux. He's funny. He always covers all the, you know, drama stuff, and he's got like his kind of goofy getup. Beauty community, I do watch a lot of beauty videos. I love watching Jeffree Star, Tati Westbrook. I think those two give you an honest review regardless. Those are the two I probably watch most from that kind of realm of things. James Charles, Brad Mondo does a lot of hairstyle stuff. And then I even in the other genre, either other realm of YouTube, I watch SBSK, Special Books by Special Kids. It is a gentleman named Chris. I forgot his last name. Chris. I forgot what his last name starts with, but regardless, he does a channel about children with, in people in general, with the gamut of disabilities, ranging from autism to physical disabilities. And he kind of just chronicles their life and, you know, what a day in their life is like. I love his videos. I watch those quite a bit. TED Talks. I have TED Talks on my YouTube. I watch it all the time. Jen Dent, she's funny. She was a former Viner. I think she's on Instagram now. She doesn't post as much as she used to, but she has a lot of really good messages in her videos, and she kind of does it. She's funny too. So, I mean, the whole gamut. All right, moving on here. Number 13, what is your favorite social media platform? YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. I would say, I don't, this is crazy. I don't have Facebook. Don't have Facebook. So if you guys try to find me on Facebook, side note, I don't have one. I had one in college that I opened my Facebook account when I was in college, when it was just for college students. And I used it for like a year and a half. And then it started getting just like too much. And I just was like, And then I switched to Instagram and then subsequently YouTube. So my two favorite platforms are the only two that I use, which is Instagram and YouTube. I do have a Twitter account. I just never use it. And I think that's it. I think these are moving. The rest of these are going to move into like YouTube realm. So we'll kind of, I'm already at 25 minutes. All right, let's blast through these. All right, YouTube questions. Number 1 for YouTube related questions. When did you start your channel? And what was your first video posted? I started my channel, it was 2 years this January. So very, very recent. I'm still a very new YouTuber. It's so weird because I don't consider myself a YouTuber. I'm someone who likes candles and I review them and I share it online. What was my first video posted? It's still up. It's so funny, you guys. If you watch my first video, I don't remember what candle it was on. It was either like on a Yankee Candle single wick, like vanilla candle, or like fresh cut roses or something. It was one of my first videos. And I was using like Filmora Go at the time. I don't use that anymore. And like, I tried to do like a voiceover of a certain section and it's just so bad. And like, I had someone comment, they must have been watching my video with headphones. And like, when I did the voiceover, like, the pitch changes significantly. And she's like, I jumped when I watched that part of the video. And it's just funny to look back at that. And my filming style hasn't changed much. I'm sitting on the floor with my cute little decor behind me talking about candles. So it's not like it's evolved that much, but I'd say just like my lighting and just kind of, I guess the structure of my videos has changed. All right, moving on. What YouTubers inspired you to start your channel? For me, it's definitely the candle community reviewers, because as a consumer, when I bought candles, I wanted to know what ones were worth my time and my money and my effort purchasing. So the YouTubers I turned to answer those questions were either Tina Divalicious, were Sean from Hearth and Soul, or Anthony from Candle Cafe. AZ for Angela had some videos up, and Brent also would have videos up. Those are the 5 that I would watch to kind of see what their insights were on candles. And over time, I thought, you know what, that'd be kind of cool to do that too. I already have people that have mentioned, you know, maybe you should do, you know, candle reviews. So those were the ones that I watched the most that really inspired me to start my channel. Number 3, what is the worst video you've ever filmed? Probably my first video. It's just weird. It's still up. I'm not gonna, I don't take videos down. It's not even weird. It's just, you can just tell over time you get the mechanics down. I wouldn't say I had like a worst video though. I would say over time, and even, you know, since I've been filming, I've moved a few times. So it's getting down the mechanics of the setup for your living space, the best lighting, the best area, what's comfortable for you. So for me, I think worst video, not really. It's just a matter of figuring out what works best for your whole getup. Favorite video ever filmed? I wouldn't say I have like a favorite, but I know the one I was most excited for was Sweet Shop 2017. I was so excited and so just hyped about it because everyone was talking about Sweet Shop's coming back, Sweet Shop's coming back. And I just remember going into the store and getting all these cool candles, and I just could not wait to try them out and share it with you guys. It was just fun. I also love doing hauls. I love semi-annual sale hauls. I love sharing, like, because I like getting stuff like at a good deal. And if it's candles, that's even better. So I love sharing, like, Bath & Body Works SAS hauls and Yankee SAS hauls are my favorite, hands down, to film for you guys. Some people hate them. Some people do not like them. I'm genuinely that excited about getting stuff at a good price point as I come off on my videos. So those are probably my favorites as well. Next question, what were your goals when you started your channel? To have a channel. It's It's really just to have a channel. I wanted to share things that were fun. And it's fun for me. And I get excited about, if I have a candle and it smells good and I'm happy that I paired it with X, Y, and Z and it smells great and it's a pretty candle, I want to share it with you guys. So for me, my goal was to have that platform and to be able to do that and to find people that enjoyed that and appreciated it. I didn't set out to do YouTube or, film, be on YouTube because I wanted to make a living off of it. Kent pointed out in his videos, if I wanted to make a living off of YouTube, I picked the wrong genre to do it. Absolutely. I'm not saying you can't make money off of YouTube. There's a lot of people who do. Candle community, it's not one of them, that's for sure. You do it because it's fun, So I'd say my goal was just to share with people, and that's what I'm doing. Let's see, what is this? 6 of YouTube questions. Favorite candle related video on YouTube? It absolutely has to be AZ for Angela. Her, I forgot the title of that video. I'll have to pull it up. So AZ for Angela, she went viral. I don't even know, what was it, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago? And she has this ridiculous video up. She was very, very frustrated about a situation that happened at Bath and Body Works. And, she posted about it and it just went viral. Her rant is phenomenal. I think I watched it like a year ago again, just because it's that good. And a parody video came out about it, and the parody is just as good. It's hilarious, and she took it in stride. She was very frustrated about a situation, as we all do, and we all get about things sometimes. And that's my all-time favorite candle related video for sure. And the very last one, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start a YouTube channel? I don't feel that I'm in a position to give advice to people who want to start a YouTube channel because some people start it for monetary reasons. And for me, that's not what it is. So if you want to start a YouTube channel to generate income, I don't have any advice for you. And I don't mean that in a mean way, because I don't make money off YouTube. I used to run ads on my channel just because I was curious about AdSense and how it worked. I don't anymore because they changed the guidelines and I'm not a big enough channel to run ads right now. That being said, the advice I would give someone is it's a lot of work, even when you're just doing it for fun. For me, even just with life in general, I'm not able to film anywhere near as much as I want to. It's a commitment. Think of it as like a little part-time job that you are not getting paid for. It's fun, and if it's your passion, you're going to be more likely to do it and sit down. But there are days where I just genuinely don't want to film, and it's not that I feel obligated to by any means, but just know that that's going to happen. You'll even feel like this pressure sometimes to feel like you have to, there's this new collection coming out. Oh, I really ought to go try that candle so I can, put this video up, or, insert cosmetics or insert video games or whatever, your thing is. I would say don't go into it with the wrong intentions. If you want to do it for fun, literally just do it. And you just get on, a schedule to where you kind of know what you need to do. But if it's not something you're going to want to commit to, it does take a chunk of time away from your day, your downtime to do. So just be cautious of that. But if you want to do it, just do it. The worst thing is you make a few videos and maybe it's not for you. You might wind up, becoming the next PewDiePie. Who knows? I don't know. That'd be my advice, is just know what you're getting into and do it for the right reasons. And you know what? I think that's the last of the questions, and we are rolling in on 34 minutes. Oh my gosh, guys, most of my haul videos are usually this long. So thank you for sticking with me through this Q&A. I tried not to ramble too much, but I was having fun going through these questions. So if you guys can relate to any of these questions, comment down below. And before I sign off, I want to let you guys know I am on Instagram. So come find me at life, LIFE _ with WITH and the letter L. If you follow me, I will most certainly follow you back. And again, I want to say thank you, Tina Davalicious, for this great video idea. I appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. I don't know what my iPad is doing. I had a lot of fun doing it. So you guys, that is it for me today. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, an awesome evening, an awesome weekend, whatever time it is you're watching this video. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye, guys.